Top Guest Studio. Last week we had a great interview with one and only Brenton Rickard. This week, Top Guest, I am proud to present, and I mean proud to present, an Australian representative in the sport of surf lifesaving. She started nippers at just the age of 6 years old. She got her first individual state medal at 11. Then she went on to grab her first Aussie title at the age of 13, being the youngest Aussie medalist on the beach. Also, did you know she could swim 25 metres at 2 years of age? Please welcome to Top Guest Studio, Georgia Miller!
Hi guys, thanks for having me, Joe.
Thanks,
Can't wait.
thanks for being here, George. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate your time to come into the studio.
Absolutely, I've been looking forward to it.
Me too. So you have won so many titles, and I mean like so many titles. Like, what more is there to do?
Yeah, as you said, I've won a few things this past season. I won the Coolangatta Gold, the Australian title, and the Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironwoman Series title. So that is known as the Triple Crown. So that was a perfect season for me, and there's been other accolades as well. So yeah, it's all very exciting, and I've just started back training. So yeah, looking forward to next summer.
Yeah, and there's titles like Open Aussie Swim Champs, Open Aussie Belt title, Coolangatta Gold, Ironwoman Champs. I mean, what are your future goals in surf lifesaving?
I have a few actually. So a lot of my season last year, I ticked off a lot of goals, but there's obviously always something else to look forward to. And I would love to win another Kellogg's Nutrigrain Ironwoman Series and another Australian Ironwoman title, along with the Coolangatta Gold. I know that's a lot to try and achieve, but who knows, if it can happen in 1 year, maybe it can happen again.
Yeah, I remember being in Brisbane and watching some of the Iron Men and Women series on TV with Dad and thinking, wow, this sport is amazing. But I unfortunately cannot do swimming because I have an inner ear problem. So when my ear gets wet, they get blocked up. So I get a bit panicky about that. But
yeah,
I wish I could. I wish I could have been an Iron Man myself, but no.
You never know. Maybe one day.
Yeah. Now, how did you get involved in surf lifesaving, Georgia?
So I have two elder sisters, and they participated in surf lifesaving. So you start at a nipper level when you're in under sixes, and that's how I got involved, just because my sisters did it really. So I followed in their footsteps, and that was back home. I'm actually from Sydney, so that was at Freshwater Beach when I was 6, and that's how it all began. And now I'm 23 and still doing the sport.
Jeez, that is amazing.
Yeah, so it's been a long time coming.
So you've had so many titles now. That is amazing in the sport of surf lifesaving and being an Ironwoman. That's you must have had to get up so early to train.
Yes, definitely. So I get up at 4:30 every single morning, which is really early. It's really early and it's really tough. But I mean, if you've got a goal, you've got to do anything to try and achieve it. So yeah, so I'm up at 4:30 in the morning, and I do around 2 to 3 training sessions a day.
2 to 3 training sessions. Jeez, I don't do that. I'm still in bed at that time, sleeping.
I think everyone should still be in bed at that time. Definitely.
Yeah. So, what was your biggest achievement as an Ironwoman?
I think for me, winning the Triple Crown last season was a big thing, but I also represented my country at the World Titles in Adelaide, which was really, really special. And we actually came away with the win. Australia won the overall competition. So that was a huge, huge achievement, and hoping to be back on that team in the near future, but who knows? So definitely say that one.
Geez, triple threat sounds like me. I can sing, dance, and act. And
oh, there you go.
So yeah, I'm pretty much.
I can't do any of that. So there you go.
Can you tell us more about your role in public speaking?
Yeah, so I do a few things with public speaking, interviews like this with yourself, or for TV. We also do news interviews and journalism, so for the papers and things like that. I've also been lucky enough to speak at some conferences and at lunches for corporate meetings. So that's always really special to share my story, and it's obviously very different to other people's lives. So I think that gives a good insight into me and what I do. So it's a tough thing, public speaking. I think the more you do of it, the better you get. So I think this interview is going to set me up for the future as well.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that, being an ambassador for women's sport, I mean, geez, that must be pretty inspirational.
Definitely. I think women's sport has come a long way in the past few years, and I'm really lucky to be involved in that. And it's so great that our sport is definitely based around both women and men. We all do the same amount of training. We race the same distances. We get the same amount of prize money. So it's so great for the girls in our sport, and I love being a part of that. And I think it definitely will continue. Hopefully being an ambassador.
So did, when you were an Ironwoman, did you get to meet Hailey Bader and some of the bigger athletes?
Yeah, definitely. They were all my idols growing up. Hailey Bader, Courtney Hancock, who else? Liz Plumers. They're all so incredible, and they're definitely people I've looked up to and who have helped me also. So they're great role models for both surf lifesaving and for women in sport. Yeah,
I actually got to meet Courtney Hancock at one of my, it was for not Special Olympics, it was for Rec and Sport. So we do like a little race around Busy Park, and yeah, she got involved in that. So she was running with all the little kids and all that. So yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, definitely. Courtney's great, and she's always willing to help. So I think that's everyone in surf lifesaving. Everyone's got a big heart and is always looking to help out, especially because we are a voluntary sport, and yeah, we're always looking to protect the beaches as well.
Yeah. This one of my biggest goals is to do some public speaking regarding autism.
Right. Yeah. So where in the future do you see yourself going with public speaking?
I see myself going into bits of journalism and working for some of the bigger known radio stations somewhere, or like I really want to get into like news presenting and that. So yeah.
Great. Maybe you can have me on your show again.
I'd absolutely love to, Georgia.
I'd be honoured.
Also, how do you feel about inspiring young athletes to chase their dreams and goals?
I think it's really important for kids coming up through surf lifesaving and through any sport or any aspect in life, whether that be dancing, singing, anything. I think you've just got to set a goal and try and achieve it, and it will take a long time. These things don't happen overnight, so I think kids need to realise that it's a process, and you've got to try and take the right steps to achieve your goals, and goals are really important in life. Otherwise, what do we strive for?
Yeah. When I was researching you, Georgia, I read that you wanted to work with kids and open your own preschool.
Yes, that's true. So I've done a Certificate 3 in early childhood teaching, and I love kids. I think they're awesome. They'll speak their mind, and that's what I love. And yeah, that's definitely a dream of mine after surf lifesaving. At the moment, I'm pretty busy with training and things like that, so I don't have much time to fit that in just at the moment, but hopefully in the future that would definitely be a career I'd like to be involved in.
Now, I love playing my guitar and singing the Wiggle songs to kids and a bit of Fireman Sam.
Yeah, can't go past it, can you?
No.
But yeah, so that's definitely a dream, but yeah, very excited to be here. And do you have any other questions you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, do you have an idol or someone who is inspiring you to you?
Yeah, so I really look up to my mum and dad. They inspire me every single day, just the way they've raised me and raised my two older sisters. I think they've been very important in my life and been so supportive. So they definitely inspire me every single day, along with a lot of athletes as well, but definitely my mum and dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're great.
Now, who are your coaches?
Yes, I have two coaches. I have a swimming coach who I see every morning. His name's Brett Carter, and I swim at Bond Uni. And then I have a surf life saving coach who is Naomi Flood. She's an amazing athlete herself. She's been to the Rio Olympics, for kayaking. She's an incredible Ironwoman as well. So she's done it all, and she's just trying to teach us all of it too. So we have a big squad, and we have fun with it too. She's a great coach. I've just come from training, so I've just seen her.
Yeah. What is your best memory so far, Georgia?
Oh gosh, that's so hard. I have so many amazing memories within sport, but I also have amazing memories just with life in general. My sister just had a baby, so I'm now an auntie. And seeing my sisters get married, and just those family times are really special to me. Yeah, they're good.
Same as me. Family is everything when I'm with my family, so yeah.
Definitely. It's good fun.
Yeah, my mum's a runner, so she'll get up about 4:30, same time as you, and go running.
Perfect one.
And then me and Dad are still in bed. So, yeah.
Choose your option, I think.
Do you have a favourite cinema, and what is your all-time favourite movie?
That's such a tough one. I don't go to the cinema much. I've just moved to the Gold Coast from Sydney a year ago, so I'm always just trying to go to Pacific Fair and watch a movie. I've never been to Gold Class before.
Me neither.
So maybe that's another goal of mine. But I'd have to say, and it's a comedy, and I don't usually like comedies, but I love the movie We're the Millers. Mm-hmm. And I think that has something to do with my last name as well, that I like it. But I think it's so hilarious, so that's definitely one of my favourites. Yeah.
So we have a favourite segment I like to do on this talk show. It's called the Rapid Fire Round. Now, this is quick and on time, so... so let's do this.
All right.
So you have 30 seconds. Let's go. All right. Favorite surf club?
I'd have to say Northcliffe Surf Club.
Right. Favorite TV show?
At the moment, MasterChef.
Oh.
Yeah, love that.
How many sisters do you have?
I have 2 elder sisters.
Do you prefer orange juice with or without pulp?
Without pulp, definitely.
Peanut butter, smooth or crunchy?
Crunchy. Yes.
Favorite chocolate bar?
Top Deck.
Oh. Favorite musical?
Oh, I've seen The Addams Family on Broadway, so that was definitely my favourite.
Favorite song?
Oh gosh, that could change every single day, but I love pump up music, so anything with a fast pace I love, because I love running with music.
Yeah. Movies or nightclub?
Definitely movies. Definitely. I'm not much of a party animal, that's for sure.
Well, thank you for coming, Georgia. It's been a pretty great interview, so I'd just like to thank you for coming. And guys, stay tuned for the next segment of Top Guest Studio for next week. All right, guys, my name is Joe Smith, and I am the guy with the news. Stay tuned. All right, guys, this is Joe Smith, signing out.